Okay, apparently I think it's okay to just pretty much have my mic muted for whatever reason. I don't understand why I was muted for so long. But okay then. Kind of wish my mic wasn't muted because there were actually a lot of key points I was talking about. But I really wish that I could actually know if my mic was muted or not. But anyway, hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this video. I'm putting a lot of time into what I'm actually thinking about for all of this. Because I can go back to COD and play it and stream it like I used to. It's not something I really think needs to be done because I've already made a whole bunch of bugged shorts and all that about MW2. So I don't know if there would be much of a benefit in me doing that, but pretty much I'm just going to continue where I pretty much left off in all of this because it's like majorly confusing. And see, like right there, it like wasn't going to give me a punish when even in game that is a punish because the character literally was not doing anything. Like, I love how this game has this major inconsistencies, and it's going to be annoying as hell. Like, that is literally my problem with these games anymore. Like, like, I hate the fact with COD and now with Mortal Kombat, you have to go in, play a match, and then see like what got patched and what got fixed. I find that to be very stupid because now okay, let's see here. Yeah, if you have to go in and for whatever reason find out what needs to be fixed or what is fixed and what isn't, what are the point? No, I'm not awake right now, so my brain just I don't know what that was. But it's like you have to go in and find out what's fixed and what isn't, and there would be no point for patch notes because people just have to find out for themselves what is patched, what's not, what you can do to like even help it. Like someone said in one of the updates that motion blur was meant to be like a setting that you can turn off, and I would love to turn motion blur off right now because I can tell that some characters have it, and I don't know if that plays a big part in why it's like laggy most of the time because it's like taking the system and making it to where there's like a longer duration that it has to render out the frames and pixels and all that stuff, especially when motion blur is on. Yet that's just my opinion and what I think.
Savage.
But I don't know if this would really work, I guess, because I'm pretty much trying to see what would work as far as if I streamed COD or if I streamed this. Like, I already know today, since the beta for Modern Warfare 2 is out, I'm going to be playing that. And I'm going to be trying to see how that plays out, because if it's like Modern Warfare 3 or Modern Warfare 2, I'm probably going to barely play multiplayer, and I'm just going to stream the whole campaign when there's early access. Like, that's literally going to be the one thing that I'm going to do, and I might try to finish the game in one day. Like with this, I tried finishing the campaign in one day, but because of work, I can't. I kind of can't. So it's like I get snuffed pretty much, and I'm just like, okay, I'm just going ahead. And I'm trying to figure all this stuff out with everything because do not. Oh my god. Yeah, see, right there, that is a high. That's literally a mid-high, so if I'm ducking, that doesn't even hit me in my head. Like, I seen where her hand went, and it was nowhere near my face. Like, literally, just from the ducking effect, like, you cannot base everything off of a hitbox. Like, that is too annoying to me. I would love to know how I got 700 something for a hit like that.
Brutality. Scorpion wins.
But yeah, so I don't know what they're thinking at this point with these games. I honestly would love to know, because if NetherRealm Studios and Activision really feel like they need to do this, with making their game turn out to be like a load of garbage. Obviously, I'm not going to say much about it because Call of Duty games ever since Vanguard and a tad bit of Modern Warfare 2019, it was bad for a while, and that's one of the reasons why I just quit playing it. Like, I quit playing it with my buddy, I quit hitting him up to do videos with me, and I pretty much quit getting in contact, actually, with multiple people with playing that game because I didn't see that it was fun to me at all. I just kind of left it at a standstill, and I really didn't care much about it. Because obviously, who is going to when... like, the only thing you can do is just hope that a game won't bug out on you, and that's like the main thing you have to do. Because 9 times out of 10, this game will either give you an error code, or if you get matched with someone who's like going too fast, I guess, it will actually bug out your game, and then you can't do anything. And that's just how it is. I don't know why they haven't fixed that yet, where it's like you get a black screen and you can't do anything about it. Like, for me, I find it to be very, very, very weird that they do this. But I guess the only thing I can really say is I'm not the one making the game, and I'm not the one really doing much except for critiquing the game at this point. When I've played, by far, some better MK games, and I know others have too, but I just don't see why people have to hop on that boat and just be like, oh well, this is like one of the best games, and people just end up hating on it without giving it a fair shot. I give games plenty of fair shots. I've played this game long enough to pretty much know what the inconsistencies are, what is wrong with the game, like, internally, and I just already know what's wrong with the game. Like, it's not something that's new, obviously. Like, hell, there were even some things that were still messed up with MK11, but it wasn't as complex, like, at all, like it is with this. Like, by far, it's not as complex as this. And I feel bad for anyone who, like, got their hopes up for thinking this game was gonna have, like, enough content to last, because the story is 6 to 8 hours long, depending on how you play it. But everything else is just like, okay, you're going ahead, you're playing, you're doing all this, but now it's like you got to look at the bigger picture. Are the game's frames proper? Are you getting like proper hit confirms? How are the opponents playing against you? Like, that's just regular stuff that you have to end up like figuring out. Especially with the input errors, that's like a whole other thing where it's annoying as hell to even go through and do that, because I get too annoyed when it comes to the input errors, because there are literally so much going on with this game. And part of it is the game is just going in a complete and utter snowball effect, and there's nothing that can be fixed with it. It's like 2 patch note lists have been sent out, and neither one have corrected just anything. It's still messed up, and I don't know really where to go with it. Because, like, yeah, I can pretty much say that, like, yeah, it's bugged or whatever. But really, if I can easily depict that a game is having this many issues, especially with this spot that I'm on right now, and not being able to do combos properly, so I'm actually surprised that I didn't get hit right there. That actually really surprised me. But like, even doing this multiple times, it gets annoying for me to do. But
Scorpion wins. Flawless victory.
Hopefully some of you guys can believe me when I say this. There are multiple bugs in this game. Some of which I've actually caught on stream, some of which I've caught in videos I've made. Just because I'm going bug searching, I guess, in this game. And I am very tempted to send these clips in because I find it to be bullshit that everyone has to wait for either a very specific YouTuber or for a very specific amount of people to send something in that may or may not be looked at and gone through properly. That's like the main problem that some of these companies have. Okay, you're going ahead and making it to where people can send clips or certain things into you. Most of that has to be treated like a priority, because if you don't, and you just pretty much neglect your following, that's not going to go so well. Because then people are going to start getting pissed off, and you're not really going to have much of a following. And to me, having a following is pretty much one of the best things you can have. But yeah, that's for obvious purposes. If you have a decent following, you're going to be bound to do a test and see who would like what.
Savage.
You would obviously be able to see, I don't see how that wasn't a hit. Like, that doesn't make any sense. He used his cameo and then just did that, which that shouldn't be able to be done either, along with an input error happening when I tried doing the same combo I've done multiple times on Shao Kahn. and then it just whiffs. Like, that is so stupid. I wouldn't have died right there if I would have switched cameras and got distance away from Shao Kahn. That would have worked. But, as usual, the game just has too many bugs and inconsistencies. I just wonder how many people are really going to say something about it. Because, if anything, this shit is annoying. Like, it really is. And I know others have actually spoken about it too. But it doesn't help, like, on platforms like Facebook, Twitter, most likely, and other things. People are just telling the ones that actually see these bugs have proof. And they're just like, okay, well, you can't just base it off of, oh, well, there's this wrong with the game, there's this wrong with the game, and have someone pull up and pretty much be like, oh, no, you're wrong. Like, even with validating proof that you're still wrong, you don't know what you're talking about, and it doesn't make sense, because multiple people that aren't, like, brain dead obviously know that the game is, like that. Like, what the hell? Okay, that time it actually didn't do it, but I didn't have my second bar of meters, so I couldn't really do my full combo that I usually do. But yeah, I don't condone anything that a person could say, like in a Facebook post. And I'm also a part of a group, which that's most likely where this video is going to be. Because I'm going to put a caption in with this video when I share it to a Facebook group. And it will be as follows. And I will literally do a combo on Sindel, or try to. And see, it whips the grab. That's not supposed to do that. So, if people want to say that this game is not rushed, okay, go get ambushed by any panel. Like, do a few battles, get ambushed. Try doing a 3-hit combo. A 3 to 4 hit combo, and see if you can get any sort of hit confirm or anything. Because I would love to see someone do that in an ambush. Like, the one thing you really have to look for is how inconsistent a game is, and see what you could send in that could be fixed. Ambush and regular invasion matches, where it's like, at first I thought it was the map that was bugging out for me, because I couldn't really get to anything, because it's like, obviously I'm not going to say that I'm like the best player in the world and I know what I'm doing. Half the time I don't, and I just wing whatever I do. But I'm not gonna get, I was about to say, am I about to get ambushed? But see, actually, now I get to try this. Why? Yeah, that's bullshit. Because I did it earlier than that. And I actually, well, I waited, actually. But for whatever reason, apparently Kung Lao's foot didn't want to give me a hit confirm. But this is going to be the direct representation of why I say the game is busted, because I tried doing a 3-hit combo to, and it won't even let me do a 4-hit combo. What is the point of that? So there's Ashra's hitbox.
Wins. Flawless victory.
I feel like that's Asha's hitbox. Then that could just be like the overall skin layout. Don't get why there's that much space between her head and her body. I was getting like there was a random rock. Like, okay. But yeah, this game is a direct representation of what, like, not to do. Like, don't rush the game. So there's no reason to do that. Like, honestly. It's just gonna hurt the company in the end. Because they're wanting to rush the game and everything. But me personally, would never think to do this. Because as you can see, some people are actually getting majorly pissed off about it, and then those that really don't, the ones that don't get pissed off, really, they're giving the game a chance, obviously. But they're not going to go out of their way to talk shit to a random person on social media and just be like, oh, well, the game's bad, or the game's good, stop talking bad about the game, like you're probably just bad at it. It's annoying.
Well done.
And I'm tired of seeing it because the game is kind of It's not the best game in the world, obviously. I don't think it really would be the best game in the world. Okay. But yeah, I think this is going to do it for the video. I'm going to ask one of the moderators if I could actually post this in the group. And then, yeah, I'm going to post this to YouTube, and then I'm hopefully going to be able to share it. So hopefully, for those of you guys that are watching this on YouTube, hopefully you enjoy it. And for those of you that are going to be coming over from the group, if a moderator says I can post it, I will go ahead and do so.